That's how I am, man. I don't want an easier challenge. I want a tougher challenge. So my head is clear. This break could have been the best thing. And I'm just, happy to get on here with you, talk about it. It gets out there to the world a little bit. And they know that I'm still here and I still want to fight the best fighters. And I will. You got to post this. These guys that get to pick out of 2 and 3 guys, I never got that option. You might not want me now, but I guarantee I'm going to make you want me later. I told you guys, he's going to that foreign country, and this guy's going to gas out. He could, dude, let's be honest, he knows it. And you see his personality change. He ain't making no new videos of this new guy. Is he? Stay away from Trev. That's like an L waiting. Run that fight back, and they're not showing me any love like that, so I'm upset with them too. Bro, I freaking flew all the way over there to fight for your organization. I said nothing but good things for you guys, and you guys didn't show me nothing. I showed everything. I gave everything. His coach, Joe Daddy's like, he's crying. Like, Trev, man, calm down. I'm sorry. Like, I want to fight like end of July. It has to be the end or it has to be early August. I beat Trev 5-Star Jones. Let me put a picture of this in my house so everybody can see.
How's like your recovery and stuff like that going?
It's going good. I'm at maybe like 90%, man. I had a fight set for June, but we're probably gonna end up saying a little bit about it. I don't want to bring up the name or anything who I was supposed to fight because I was the one not able to take the fight in June. So I want to keep it anonymous and like that because I put in a request to still fight the same guy in July. So hopefully we can fight him in July.
Okay, for sure. I was gonna say, what about that Roberto Hernandez? Think you're gonna get that one back, but I guess not next.
That's my number one fan right now, bro. That guy watches all my stuff. That's my number one fan, bro. He's inspired by me. We can talk about that. Let's do a little Roberto video today, so
Okay.
I can let everybody know. So I can let everybody know how much I motivate him, and he's so inspired, and he's so inspired by me, and he's my number one viewer every time, bro. Like this guy's inspired by me. He's like, this guy wants to be my friend so bad, bro. It's like, damn. I'm like, man, I might just have to be your friend, bro, because like he's begging to be my friend, bro. Like he is.
Why does he want to be your friend? He's messaging you being nice now?
Yeah, he's always nice, bro. He's so nice. He's like, it's not even about being nice, bro. You could just read the energy, like the things I post and the way he comments and the way he watches it, and then the respect he gives. He has respect, bro. Even though he's like he can act like he wants, but he has a lot of respect for me. And then when I talk to him, of course, I'm the one that lost and a little bitter, so I throw a little bit of I can get you, I'll whip you in there, and he just knows like, oh man, he just wants to throw it under the bus. He doesn't want to answer the questions. He doesn't, because we talk, bro. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to answer the question. He doesn't want to accept the fight, bro. He's like, he just wants me to let it go. I'm like, what? Let it go. And then I just saw a post where like, who's the boxer? He was saying, I had posted it. He had said, if undefeated comes with not fighting the best or not fighting the hard fights, like it's not worth it. And he liked it. I'm like, nah, Rob, that ain't you, bro, because
you would have took the rematch.
Yeah, bro. Why not fight? Like, why not fight me? Like, why not, bro? Like, bro, it just makes sense. Like, I let you go on and fight for the title. Like, I let you go. Go ahead, go ahead and fight for the title. That's already in the past, man. It didn't go your way because I should have been there. It should have been my slot. So I just think the ball rose high, rose. Yes, I'm even in like a worse position than him, but not really, man. I still get called for big fights. Like I still had another big fight. Like I said, I was another main event in Montreal. I was supposed to be next month in June. So, I only get good fights. Coming outside of the UFC, I had the 2 main events, right? Now I would have had another main event in June, and I'm pretty sure this next was gonna be on a main event. So I'm not far off still. I'm still right there. I'm just got to get through this injury. Got to get through this because I tried to spar. I've been sparring the last week, going 100%, going hard. And yeah, my body feels great. But after I'm done, my back where I got a little hurt, my lat muscle is still a little sore. So that tells me like, Trev, you're not 100% ready yet. Take a couple of days off. That's why I came to Korea. I said, oh, you can relax, get some massages, take care of the body a little bit, go back, continue my PT, But yeah, I made tremendous progress, man. I couldn't even lift my arm over my head. I had to relearn how to lift my arm over my head,
Because of a shoulder
and
or
I
because your lower back?
my mid back and my lat. So I had
Okay.
like tore my lat and my oblique and
Oh,
my rhomboid muscle in the back here.
how did you
So
do
all of
that?
that wear and tear, man. I strained them from the Roberto fight. I went into the Roberto fight with this injury. I didn't know this was the problem. I was going to the chiropractor the whole fight week to fight Roberto, and I didn't know this was the problem. I just thought like my back, or maybe I cracked my back and my back needed to be aligned, because when I went to the chiropractor 3 days in a row, he got me to be able to fight. But when I watched that fight and I watched my sparring before that, I haven't posted a video of the cap when I had the blonde hair in that video that I posted two posts ago. That was the Roberto camp. So I can see my stiffness, bro. I can see my back. Like my back looks so stiff. And I said, yeah, Trev, you were hurt in that camp. Yeah, man, I was hurt in that camp, and the chiropractor got me to make that fight. The Las Vegas chiropractor. So respect to him, because I was almost out. Like once I got off the plane, like I don't have sciatica or anything, but I was having sciatica and I was having all of that when I got off the plane ride.
Because it's compensating for the lat
Yeah,
and shit like that, probably.
yeah, yeah. It was pulling so tight. Oh, it was so bad, bro. And then yeah, I made it to the fight. I still fought him. I still did pretty good. I still thought I won. Just didn't get my hand raised. And now I went on to New Year's. I got all chubby, man. That's what happened. New Year's came. New Year's came with the Thailand. Enjoyed myself. Ate good. Came back. When I came back, I tried to go into a tough grappling session at a different gym. And I rode. I did a tough grappling session. But when I woke up the next day, I guess I had just overstrained everything, man. I guess I had, man, my back was in pain. So, and we're already going on what, the fourth month now? We're already in the fourth month now, and I'm probably at like 90, like I said. So it was a progress rebuilding back here. It really was. And I didn't even know I couldn't lift my arm over my head like that, because I could, but it was like weak, and I didn't have no snap. I didn't have my jab. I didn't have my right hook. Like even my right hook's so good. Imagine me like, oh, my right hook. I
Well,
have
that's
to
what I was gonna
re-right
say
hook.
too. You were pretty good in the fight. Like if you
Yeah.
were healthy, that's a whole nother
Well,
fight too.
yes. 1 second, boss.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, for real. I was injured, honestly. My whole team, I got videos. I got my brother working on my back. I got my other teammates working on my back in 5 weeks. I got videos, man. I don't say anything. I only gave Roberto the little cries. The little cries. He didn't get the like big cries. He didn't get the shoot cries. He only get the cries where people can actually say, "Oh, Trev, you're complaining," but he didn't get the big cries where like it's the facts. And like I was going to the chiropractor and I was injured and I was, in a deficit, but I still thought I could beat him, man. I had watched him, and I was still moving good, injured. It's just that when that spot got hit, it'll just, ooh. And I think, I'm telling you, I don't want to be an excuse maker, and I'm not gonna leave this on it, but I think maybe that's how some of those takedowns came in, because my takedown defense is much better than that. I'm mad at myself on that last takedown. I'm thinking my back and stuff was a little stiff, and it just, it's kind of slippery in there too. But I for sure had back problems, and I'm still going through it now. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. The back is like crazy. The nerves go crazy. I was having muscle spasms everywhere after I heard it, like just firing everywhere. The lower butt cheeks. My lower butt cheeks were like rocks, bro. Like they couldn't even, like I couldn't even sleep on my back. And then it got to the point where I couldn't sleep on my stomach too, because when I had tore my lat, I hurt my lat and my oblique. So, bro, it's not fun.
Could
You
it
get
almost
like
not
2 hours.
even bear weight? That's why it was tough to sleep, probably because there's a
You
tear.
you
You
can't
can't put weight on
it,
there.
you cannot
Yeah.
you cannot you cannot put weight on it, and it is painful. Like the aching is like inside all day. Like all day it's just aching. You spin around aching, you spin
Little
around aching.
movements and shit like that.
You said fuck it. You end up getting up, boom, stay awake. You only had 2 hours sleep. Just hack it away, sit in the living room on the side like this until you just end up funking out. it's pain. It's painful, especially the first like 2 months, bro. Yeah, it's rough, man. But
No
I'm in
surgery
good
though.
hands. No surgery. I didn't get surgery. I didn't get anything. I'm just trying like the rehab process first, if anything, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, man, I feel pretty strong, man. like I said, I didn't even know I could lift my arm over my head. When I went to physical therapy, he started testing all my muscles out with movements, and then he told me to hold my hand out, and I lay down on my stomach and hold my hand out. Then he put his fingers on top, and he told me to push my arm up. And when I went to push my arm up, I couldn't even move his fingers. He was adding so little pressure, and I was like, then my whole thing is like shaking. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even notice that. It's already been like 2.5 months. And I bring in my arm. I knew I couldn't snap. I knew I didn't have that snap, but I didn't know the strength was completely gone like that. So I was like, wow. And then he'll do this side and I'll just make his arm fly. And I'm like, wow, you're really injured. So that's when I knew. That's
I
when I knew
actually
because
tore my shoulder too, so I know what you're talking about a little bit with that shit.
yeah, it hurts, huh?
Yeah. What'd you say? I tore my shoulder, so I know what
Yeah,
that kind of feels like dealing with
yeah,
the
it
torn.
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine goes all the way up to the shoulder because the lat kind of goes through
Yeah.
and then it comes out by the rhomboid. So my shoulder right here, if I do this, it's clicking every time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Because I think
clicking
it
every
even
time.
restricts blood flow and stuff. So the blood flow is all fucked up where you get a tear. I
Yeah.
think that's what
So
happens because I've been getting
right here.
knots and shit like that in my back, like from the
Yeah,
shoulder, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. So
Yeah.
even me doing this right now, it's clicking every time, like pop, pop, pop.
And you just
This
got to
side
let
don't
it
got any
still
of that.
settle in a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like just clicking every time right now. I can feel it like in the neck area back here. My neck was stuffed too. My neck was very stiff. It was like ugh. So yeah, man, it's a process. You've been through it.
Yeah, you do like some pressure stuff, like rolling on a ball and stuff just to get the blood
Yeah,
flowing and whatnot.
yes, I do the therapy in the morning at like 8 a.m. I do the ball rolls. I do the stretch it in the morning. I do everything. I'm doing everything to try and get back to 100 because it's tough. This one is it's a real injury. I never had a real injury in 14 years, so this is a real injury. So I've had injuries where I like could not take a day off, or I had injury where I can work on something else in the gym, but I never had an injury where I couldn't participate in training at all in 14 years. So yeah, this is a real injury. So, but things happen for a reason. Like even with the UFC, man, like I'm trying to get some business going. I'm not just sitting down. Like I got some stuff that I'm trying to get together right now. I got some stuff that I got rolling right now. So this might be like the best thing that ever happened to me. And that's what I think life's about. It's like turning the worst thing into the best thing that ever happened to you in disguise. A lot of people say it, but it's not something that's just gonna fall in your lap. It could happen, but you have to turn it into the best thing. Like when your first option fell, you don't just give up. You try something else. So what I think is like God's like Trav, man, fighting is like always there, and you are good at it, and you are good, and you could fight the best, but you still need to get some businesses going, and you still need to have a life for the future. So God gave me this little small downtime, 1 year, 2 year, to get this food truck, to get this, spa and little things that I'm trying to open going. So when I'm fighting, I'm comfortable. I'm even more comfortable than I was. Because when you're not getting that second check and you're getting robbed, it hurts. That's your lifestyle. That's the food on your table, and they're just taking that away from you. But now I'm gonna be like, I don't need that money. Keep that money. I'll whip him anyway. I got money. I don't need that extra check. And I always kind of felt like that when it came to the fight. Like if they put the money first, you're not gonna take it seriously. Or when it gets to a time, you're not gonna take it seriously. So I make sure I always put the money second, even though I want the money. But in my head, like the money's second because I wanna beat these guys. Like I said, I want to fight the best guys in the world. I can have all the losses in the world, but if you see the guys I'm fighting, they're all worth fighting. I don't want to fight no one that's not worth fighting. It's not worth it for the way I train. It's not worth it for the way I'm gonna be eating. It's not worth it for the runs I gotta put in. I gotta fight someone that's gonna be worth it. That's why even though I lost to like good guys, I'm still trying to fight a good guys because I'm trying to clear things out with myself. I'm like, okay, I lost to that good guy. This guy is good too. This guy might could beat him. So maybe let me fight him and I'll feel better about myself. That's how I am, man. I don't want an easier challenge. I want a tougher challenge. So, my head is clear. This break could have been the best thing. And I'm just, happy to get on here with you, talk about it. It gets out there to the world a little bit, and they know that I'm still here and I still want to fight the best fighters, and I will. I will. I think it's like I said, man. A lot of these guys don't want to fight the best fighters, so I got a little reset right now. Two good wins, and then maybe finishes, and then I think I can slide in on a late call. I think I could slide in on a late call. A
Okay.
lot of these guys don't. A lot of these guys don't want to fight.
Right. I mean, that's what you got to do though, right? If you have an issue coming up, you got an injury, you got to find the best way to make of your time, you know? And the fact that you're able to, you did the best thing you could is find a way to make some money coming in so that you don't rely fully on your purses, like you said, because
Yes,
all
sir.
that kind of like adds to it. Even like O'Malley's talking about this guy, he started that stuff young, and he said he made more paid more in taxes last year off of like, you know, like everything he's made than what he made fighting, because he makes so much outside of the cage, you know. And so you guys got to capitalize on what you know, your name value while you can, for sure. And you know,
Yeah, I'm
when you
sure.
get this money and stuff like that, just invest it, because I think that's what he's been doing. He like bought houses and stuff like that, like when he was young with his purses.
Yes, yeah, smart guy, man. Got a lot of clout. You know, shout out to Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg did a lot for him. Snoop Dogg did it. Snoop Dogg set it off for him. If I had Snoop Dogg up there with me, I'll be an O'Malley too. So,
But even like a
you
Max
know,
Holloway is a little bit of a better one. Max Holloway, you know, he sells merch and stuff. So the smart guys, you know, they try to find these other ways of
yeah.
making
You
money.
see, you see, us. We're from an island, so we do have a fan base. Even though you hear me moan and cry a lot, like, no one cares, man. I got a pretty good fan base on Guam. If I was to break out any kind of shirt, any kind of clothing line, anything, people will support it without a doubt. So I understand. Yes, Max is an islander. I've been to the island. He will have that kind of fan base. He is capable of doing that. So you're more than right, man. You got to get those businesses going. You got to invest those checks, man. And me, I always been an entrepreneur. And like you're saying, Sean O'Malley's always been it, maybe on a higher level because he had more money growing up. I had nothing, but I always been the kind of guy that go to the store if I can buy 3 of those Jordans when I was middle school or high school. I'll take all 3 pair. One's mine to stock, and then 2 I'm gonna resell. And I used to do that with all the dunks. Like I tried going Vegas one time for one world competition. I think I had maybe like $15,000 to my name. And I'm young. I'm like not too smart, but I'm smart, but I'm not smart enough to be in a casino and gambling with the only $15,000 I have on the vacation that I'm on. So I'm having my trip, I'm partying. It's only like 2 days in. I go to the casino. I only got 15,000. I lose like $10,000. I only got like $5,000 left. Not trip money to my name, right?
This is
And then
Jesus Christ, you lost all of it.
yeah, yeah. I lost all my money as soon as I was younger, a lot younger. So when I first started traveling to Vegas. And you go crazy, bro. You're not smart with your money, you ain't got no more money. And then luckily, man, at the back end of the trip, I end up going back to the casino again, and I end up gambling the same way with the last 5,000 I had, and I end up winning all my money back. So by the time I left, throughout the trip, I didn't have that much fun. But at the end of the money, I ended up leaving with all my money back because I had set for myself to win $300 only every day for the 1 month I had left, so I could win all my money back. Because I couldn't win it all at one time. It was too hard for me. They were wiping me out, and I put myself in a deficit. So I had to minimize myself 300 a day, and I did it 300 a day, 300 a day, 300 a day till I went home. Bro, I had all my money back, and I was like, And then from there on, I'm like, Trev, you're gonna be smart with this $15,000 now, and then that's when I knew like you're not gonna do. So now I go to the casino, I gamble, I do all my things, but I'm very smart with my money, man. I'm making sure I always have something on the back end, something for emergency like this. Um, Something if something happens to my grandma. Everybody knows I love my grandma, so if anything happens to her, she needs any help, I gotta make sure I got that too. And that's like one of my number one priorities, like myself right now, my grandma. Everybody knows that I love my grandma, so still trying to make it for my grandma, bro. All y'all trying to make it for your grandmas. I love y'all too, because we all trying to do it for your grandmas. Our grandmas get a second chance. You know what I mean? Like we don't know how they were as moms, but once they become grandmas, we love them all. You know what I mean? So we love y'all grandmas. You guys are the true MVP. So yeah, man, my grandma took care of me. She took my 4 brothers and sisters in. So yeah, anything I can do for her to to make her feel better until her time on this earth is done. I feel like that's my job. So a lot of things I don't get to move the way I want to move because I'm still sitting back, trying to get things done for her, you know.
Trying to make the right
So
moves, get the right
yeah, trying to be
pieces
yeah,
in
trying to
play.
be
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. If I was just a young me, or if my grandma had already passed away or something, and I think honestly I think I could be a little bit more wild. I think I could take a little bit more risks and take a little bit more chances and everything. Also, even though I've been taking a lot of big risks, but I just gotta always make sure I have something for my grandma and them, and so I'm always like gonna be grinding. That's why I still was like, I didn't need the money for the Roberto fight. Like, I pay to go fight those guys. I get paid good though from them. Like, I got paid decent. I got the OnlyFans. I got all that. I get paid good. But bro, I go pay to fight those guys. I make that trip to San Diego from Guam to fight those guys. That's me taking on those challenges. Like, those guys want to just get a guy from California and just fight a California guy. That's all they want to do. Hey, California guy, you're over here, California guy. I make those international fights happen. Not Roberto, not all those other guys. That's me. I'm the one flying to these guys' hometowns fighting these guys, bro. These guys are not trying to fight me and outside of their place or whatnot. I'm the one reaching out. Hey, you got an opponent for me? Hey, is he tough? Hey, I'll fight him. Hey, here's two guys. Hey, even in the UFC, I didn't even never got to pick out of two opponents. Sometimes I hear my UFC friends saying they got to pick out of 2 and 3 opponents. I'm like, what? I
Yeah, they're like
never
you could
got that
choose
option.
of these three guys or something like that,
I
right?
never got that option. What? I never do. You gotta post this. These guys that get to pick out of 2 and 3 guys, I never got that option. Trev 5-Star Jones never got the pick option. Who am I gonna fight? Barcelos? That's who I gotta fight. Who am I gonna fight? Bautista late notice? That's who I'm gonna fight. Who am I gonna fight? Timur Valio, 2 days notice? That's who I'm gonna fight. Who am I gonna fight in 3 weeks? Cody No Love, because I'm already on a deficit and you guys might release me. That's who I'm gonna fight.
Yeah. No, I
That's
feel
who
it,
I'm
man.
gonna fight.
But you guys, the ones that travel and shit. When I was at that event, even I think there's one other guy, like he's like from somewhere in like the Middle East or something like that. But it's got a different feel to it. I like that. They got to add more like guys from different countries on the card instead of just matching up a lot of California guys, because that was kind of
You see,
that card was full
you
of
see what
that.
you
But
see what I
those guys are
realized
good
though?
too. But
Yes, no, they are. They're hometown guys and they gotta get their shine on too. But the only thing I hate about it, man, America, man, America. Like, I've been fighting in Asia, I've been fighting everywhere, and I'm like thinking these guys are all biased. Like, hey, these guys are biased, but America too. America too. And when I came out with that Guam flag, that was negative for me, bro. I think that personally, I think it was negative. So now when I go into these countries, I'm not gonna have the Guam flag until after I beat the guy up, and then I'm gonna break the Guam flag out after I beat the guy up, because they're always discrediting the outsider when they come in with that different flag. They don't like seeing that different flag, bro. I'm telling you. I read this in the UFC and I read this now, and I have to take it into consideration. When you go to another country to fight, do not break out the other flag until you win. Because when they see that other flag, when you're quiet, they don't know what nationality I am. If I was a black guy there, they wouldn't thought I was from California. They would have thought I was from California if I just came out and they're not paying attention too much, you know? Yeah, they would have said it on the mic. Yeah, they would have said it on the mic, but it's not as strong as the flag. When they see that flag, that other representation, it's strong. It's strong. They don't want to give it to that other flag. And I feel that way. And that's what happened in the Roberto fight. And yes, it's Cali versus the outsider, but that's all it is. You go to that hometown guy, it's always a tougher challenge for you. So all my fights are away. So these guys have to take into consideration that I always have a tougher challenge, right? Like, what do they say? What do the boxers say? Hey, I'm the champion. I got all the belts. You come in my hometown and fight me, because they want that hometown favoritism. They want that hometown crowd. They want everything. They want everything to sway in their favor. And me, I'm like flying to that favor. Like, I'm coming to your favor. I'm coming to your 70 and my 30. That's what I've been doing. I'm always flying to these guys 70 and 30. And I beat guys up, bro. I got fights where I destroy the guy and they'll be like, split decision, Trevin Jones. Like, bro, like, even when I dominate, they try and give me split decisions. It's like, the game it's crazy, and it's not. I can't put this on anybody else, bro. This is my luck. I think this is my luck, bro. This is not no one else. I'm very lucky, and I'm very Like, besides fighting, my life is spectacular. I'm like one of the most luckiest, best guys in the world. And even with the fighting, I got in. I'm still blessed in the fighting because I know I still can get big fights. I know I'm gonna make it back to the UFC. So I don't even want to discredit myself from there. But as far as like weird things going wrong, the most that goes wrong is in those little fights, the calls, the split decisions all the time. That's the most that goes wrong with me. Outside of that, my life is great, man. I live a very peaceful, small life. Everybody probably think like, oh, Travis, all bullshit. I'm not. I'm not. I just, we're fighters. We had to go online. We gotta yap. Sometimes you gotta cause some attention. Sometimes that's our job. But other than that, like I live a nice, simple life. I like to travel. I travel a lot. That's the most best thing about my life right now is traveling. Traveling is like
Yeah, where
peace,
are you at
bro.
right now even?
I'm in Korea right now.
Yeah. For what are you in Korea for? Training or for recovery and stuff?
I'm just in Korea relaxing, my friend.
Relaxing? Hell yeah. I've never been to
Relaxing.
Korea, but you like it out there?
Yeah, man. Korea. Oh yeah, Korea's dope, man. So I'm gonna eat clean. Like they got these purple sweet potatoes and a lot of stuff that I like. So Korea's like one of my favorite places
Okay,
for
hell
just
yeah.
relaxing. And then like I fought like two KTT guys too. So I got the invite to Korean top team and all that. So
You get a
yeah, I
little
got the
training
invite
in
to
as well.
yeah, I can get some training if I want to or whatever. So, I got gyms out here. Korea's pretty nice, man. And the weather's nice right now. You can walk, you can sweat. Yeah, man. You gotta visit Korea. You'll like it. I think you'll like Korea.
Yeah, I think I would, honestly. I haven't been to any of those Asian places, so I gotta just travel Asia in general, like Japan and shit too.
Yeah. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Who won the fight? Is it still on?
Yeah, Buckley won it. Buckley won. He beat his
Buckley
ass, to
took
be
him out.
honest.
Buckley's wow, boy.
Yeah.
Buckley breaking out the brother. He broke out the money. He's like, brother, I don't know what you know, but you know what this is. Buckley's wow, bro. Buckley's full blown. Like when I see Buckley out there, I see a full blown black guy out there. I'm like, yeah, Buckley.
Yeah,
I
he's
see,
funny,
I see
huh?
a, I see a brother being like full brother, like me, you can get me out there, but you're not gonna get the full brother out of me. You'll get a little bit of else,
He's
But
100%
Buckley,
himself.
bro, no, I'm 100% myself too. But Buckley's 100% brother, dog. He's
Right, right,
brother,
right.
like he's brother. Dude.
Like
Like when I see
what do they
Buckley,
say? Like you can't, like with the Brazilians, they said about Pereira, they're like you could take the Brazilian out of the favela or something like that, but you
yeah,
can't take the
but you can't
favela
take the
out of the
favela out of
Brazilian.
Brazil.
You can't take the hood out of
Yes,
Buckley. The hood is in
yes, you
Buckley
can't.
forever. Like
The
no matter
hood
what.
is like I'm hood too. But
Yeah.
Buckley keeps it hood, dog.
He
I
can't
fuck
even
with
help
Buckley.
himself. I know what
I
you mean
fuck
though,
with
because you might
Buckley.
tone it down. Like when I went to college, right? Like the black guys over there, they don't like talk fully hood because I feel like they tone it down a little bit and stuff like that. So like yeah, but to what you're saying, Buckley doesn't tone it down at all. He just does his thing, which I love. I told him
He's
too.
funny.
I was like, you got to
And and
keep
I
doing that. You can't be
and,
like going like
and I laugh too
system
because
on
he'll
me.
be in the PI and shit. Even when I was still in the UFC, he was in the PI, like asking someone to fight, like, "Yo, man, how about me and you run it?" Buckley's. I fuck with Buckley, dog. He's straight up, and I feel the same way, bro. Fight these guys, bro. He's just getting it done. But Buckley, dog, if I was to tell you, I was trying to do the same thing you were doing, Buckley. I was trying to fight these guys, Buckley. I was. That's why I'm out, dog. I was trying to fight him, and I was trying to fight him right away. Look at that lineup that gave me, man. Every time I go over that lineup, I'm like, nah, Trev, you ain't got to worry too much. That's a pretty nice lineup you had there. I'm telling you, those guys are all, they all know how to fight and they all know how to train and they all have great coaches too. So, you know, you have to respect that and you just have to come back better and get them all. And that's my plan.
I think
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the line, bro, I don't know who went wrong on like promoting the right fighters, but to not be promoting a guy like Buckley, even fighters like yourself, guys who can talk, who are confident, that's the people we should be promoting. I think I don't know what's going on, but a lot of the journalists, they just cover the guys who are like on the rankings lists, like 1 through 5, like, oh, number 5, like he's a good person to interview. But it's like we got to be pushing the real fighters, even like I don't know if you saw it, but there are like these new fighters from Contender Series, like SD Dumas and this guy Dylan
Mm-hmm.
Budka, and they're just
Yeah.
going at it on live and shit. But it's like that's what you got to promote, and no other media outlets pick it up. It's like I don't know why they don't pick up this kind of
So
like
they only want
real fighting shit, you know?
so they only want to get you when you're like the man already. You know what I mean? When you're the man, they want to get you on. You're gonna do an even job for them. You're gonna bring them clout. They're gonna bring you clout. So I get it. We get it.
It's
We
kind of
get it.
lame.
We get it.
But what about even Buckley? Buckley
We
got
get
like
it.
ranked and
The,
shit, and they barely even like promote him at all.
Yeah, for sure. Because they like who they like. I can't say the same, bro. Because honestly, I felt like the UFC liked me. It's just that I fought my contract out and I didn't win on the contract, so I had to go. That's really how I feel. I think if I had another fight on my contract, I would have fought another fight. And if even though it would have been 5 in a row, I think if I had like the contender series contract, what I think is 6 or 8 fights or something, which I didn't. I had the four, and I resigned for another four. But I think if I had the six, if I had the one more, I would have still been in UFC. And if I would have won that last fight, I think I would have got a new contract. I really do. And I think they're like, let me give Trev the Cody because if he can get this done, we are gonna give him another contract. So yeah, the UFC have did me some solids. I weighed in before. Sorry, UFC fighters, I'm out now. They have paid me before, full check, win and show when I only weighed in on the scale because no one wanted to show up. You got to remember, I'm that guy that no one wanted to show up for at one point when I knocked out Timur and Mario. After that, I couldn't even get a fight. That's when my career went, That's when they got, and then I'm like skinny and I'm just trying to force myself to fight, like try to fight. And then they're giving me like name and I sign. Oh, that guy don't want to fight him. Dude, there was one time when I signed like 7 fights, bro. And then the last fight that ended up fighting was Yo Cup, right? Yeah, it didn't end up being Yo Cup. And then Yo Cup was like, Trev, I fought you on like 4 days notice. I'm like, bro, I got messages of you messaging me like 10 days out. Like, it's my dream to fight you. So, like, it was kind of orchestrated, bro. That's why I don't like fighting these guys from the same management. It's not fair. They do this. You cannot fight the guys from the same management, bro, because that guy could have been hurt and the other guy could have been getting ready. It's easy to make the call, like, hey, start getting ready. This Travis already acting like he really wants to fight because I know he wants to fight. So he's gonna accept the fight against you. Get ready. Jonathan is not gonna make the fight. This is just the name I threw up, Jonathan. He's not gonna make the fight. And the other guy's been getting ready for you, and I think that's the way it went for me
Are you still
when I
under the
fought
same
Yoko.
management?
Yes, I'm still in the upgrade. Um, yeah, man, I'm not the type of guy to complain about any management, anything. I'm the fighter. I'm not gonna put anything on my manager about losing or anything like that. I wanted to fight these tough guys at the end of the day, and I'm built as a fighter after that because I can go beat how many easy guys right now, and I still have those tough guys in my record that made me be able to beat these easy guys. So I'm not gonna complain. Do I think Sean and my manager could have worked on, give me one guy that looks like, bro, all my fights were like underdog fights. Every fight I'm underdog because betting, of course, because we're from Guam and we're not allowed to bet because the cards don't work over here and betting plays a big factor on odds. But still, they never gave me no rebound fights, bro. I see somebody, the talented guys that they want to promote and who they want to win. You see them when they lose a fight. You see who they get next. You see who they give them that automatic, oh, let's send this guy packing and let's make this guy win. So, yeah, that's just what it was, man. At the end of the day, there was managers fighting at the time. I don't ever really get into this. My manager and the other managers were fighting, and a lot was going on with my UFC career that was out of my hands, and it's just who I was dealing with and everything. And I wouldn't change a thing. But yeah, man, the game just has haters, and they're gonna, do everyone like they do everyone. So we're here to just grow and move forward. And just like that post said, you might not want me now, but I guarantee I'm gonna make you want me later.
Yeah.
So
All
right now
right.
it's just rebuilding.
Right. And so let's get into some of the juicy stuff too, as far as Roberto is concerned, and then maybe we could talk about like what your next fight's gonna be looking like. But I want to talk about from the beginning on that one. So after the fight, of course, you guys are beefing and all that, which we talked about. But then he got this fight. He got the title fight with Liam Gittins. I watched that today so I could talk about it with you. First couple rounds, he did pretty good. He did pretty good. I'll give him that. I think he won the first round because he dropped Gittins with that spinning elbow, and then what's it called? I think it was the second round where he was really working the jab. He landed like 10 jabs in a row on him or something like that. So I was like, all right, I'll give him the first two. But bro, Roberto fucking in all respect to him, we're just talking, but Roberto really fell apart there in the third, fourth, and fifth.
Bro, I told you guys, didn't you see my post? I told you guys he's going to that foreign country and this guy's gonna gas out. Look at my post way before the fight. I called it.
Yeah, he clearly gassed.
Bro, I knew he was gonna gas. You cannot come down trying to move like that. Okay, here's where I came from when I decided that. I think I'm bigger than Roberto. I think I cut more weight than him. He was a 45, I was a 35, but I've been cutting that much weight multiple times. But the difference was I have multiple cuts there. So even though I'm hurting too, I have learned to fight better and better and better there in the hurt. Him, he was new to the hurt. He had the energy. He had the energy versus me because it was like, hey, I'm fighting this UFC guy. It carried him to have energy, to be a little stronger than he was supposed to. But I felt like I would run that guy over in the second fight. That guy don't even get past the first round. I knock him out. I'm telling you.
And the travel too. He was hometown in that one.
I knock him out. Yeah, he was hometown, and I had that far travel for Guam, And then I told him, I said, bro, you're gonna make that travel to that country where they get crazy, where the fans go crazy. You call him man, little man, but I saw little man. I knew he was gonna have energy. That's what the key to that fight. I knew he was gonna be a smaller guy, but what's gonna happen is he's gonna have better energy, and the energy is that also taught me that energy is key into these fights, man. You can't just make weight and think you're gonna fight good. You have to make weight correctly where you can fight good. So, yeah, I think Roberto probably made weight, but he couldn't fight good at making weight out of his hometown, out of his comfortability, out of that. And now, since you want to talk about him, he lost that fight. He know he didn't win my fight, so I think he's in a 2-fight deficit. That guy will not fight me off a loss. He ain't got that kind of heart. That is hard to do. Like you're talking shit about me, Roberto, bro. I was down 3 and I still got in there with no love. You can't even get in there with me down 1. You can't because he's scared. He can't. And people could say what it was, but if I called a man out like this or a man kept barking my name, I don't care if it was Hulk. I'm gonna fight this guy and take my licks. Or if I'm really saying it back, unless I'm like, nah, bro, I got lucky. Trev, I can't beat you. They did give me a little, but he never was real with the situation. Like I said, if he was like a real with the situation, man, I would have just been like, okay. And I'm already like okay with him because he doesn't want to fight me. But if he was real with the situation, I respect him a lot more. And I'll be like, I won't even care about that fight. We won't even be talking about it right now. But the fact that he was like saying stuff and then he's not even down to fight me again, and then
what was he saying recently? Well, first of all, let's still finish the fight. The fight. So what did you think as far as like him kind of gassing out? I was also wondering because it seemed to be, how do I put it? He seemed to be better than Liam, right, in the beginning. And then all of a sudden Liam took over on him. But at first when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, he's doing well on like Liam. Trevin would do really well against Liam too. But so how did you think you would even play into this, like if you fought Liam and stuff like that?
Liam will run straight into my left uppercut, bro. He will run straight into my left uppercut because he's like a digging kind of fighter. He likes to come forward. He likes to dig. Styles make fights, man. Everyone's going to say, oh, Roberto beat you. Maybe Liam will beat you. Nah, bro. Well,
what's interesting is that Liam really outpaced him. I think the skill-wise, if you were to keep Roberto on a full gas tank, right, if you would take out gas tanks, I think Roberto had a chance of beating him skill-wise. Yeah. So I think what I'm trying to say, too, is like skill-wise, I think you're pretty much right there. I think you and Liam would be a great fight.
Yes, we would. But skill-wise, I crushed those guys, bro. I crushed both of those guys, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, I gotta let you say. I can't say it, but I gotta let you say that.
You put Liam in front of me. I didn't want to talk about the guy. The guy's the champ. The guy just beat the guy I beat, and that's not my position. And I'm not like trying to just be there. I'm not trying to just be no clout chaser. That's why I don't want to speak on the guy. But I clean him out, bro. I clean him clean out.
How many fights do you think till you want that one? You want one win, and then you can fight him?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's up with Cage Warriors. To be honest, I don't know what's up with them. You know, I'm the man over there. I'm the man in California. That's I feel. I feel Wilson's the best guy they have. I feel Wilson deserves a belt. I feel Wilson is the man over there. And until somebody goes over there and dominate Wilson, then I'm the man over there. That's how I feel because Wilson is their ticket seller. Wilson is the man. Roberto ain't no ticket seller. Wilson is the ticket seller.
I saw some
Wilson
Filipinos
is.
when I came to that last event, and I was like, dude, they gotta be coming for Trevin.
They know me, bro. I had more fans than Roberto in there last time, bro. I had more fans than Roberto, bro. He ain't a real fighter like me. Like he knows after that fight that yeah, Trevin's a strong competition because I was taking risks in that fight too. I was jumping guillotines. He only had some of those positions because what the things I was going for, you know. And I'm like, wow, they weren't crediting me on those guillotines. I was choking him. Why? Because they don't know my game. They don't know I have put people to sleep with that same half guard choke and all that. They don't know that. They don't know even though he's on side control, he's still getting choked. They don't know that, man. Some of these guys have never been in these positions, so they cannot judge the position properly. Some of these guys don't know what X guard and butterfly sweeps and all that is, and they're judging. They just know what boxing is, boxing hits. They don't know the proper technique. They don't know how hard it is to stuff for X guard sweep. They don't know how hard it is to do a flop. They don't know how hard it is to stop from getting deep half sweep from Wilson Hayes. They don't know how hard that is. That's hard because Wilson has a mean deep half sweep and he hits it on everybody. So for me, just to not to get hit with that deep half sweep in a Wilson fight, I knew I was good. That's one time I knew I was good too because I've watched all Wilson's fights. He hit that deep half sweep on any level. No matter who you are, he'll hit that deep half sweep on you. And he had me. He was trying to work it on me. I stuffed it. I watched it. I trained to stuff it, and I really stuffed it. Broke away. Boom. Got to his feet. Was pounding his body back up to the head. I did just as planned.
Yeah. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to ask you before we talk about you and Roberto going at it on Instagram, which is the special edition why you're here because you guys are beefing. But what's it called? He that last round before he got finished, he kind of dropped to the floor and stuff like that. So I wanted to get your take on that.
He quit. Yup, he quit. He quit. He quit, bro. He quit. Dude, let's be honest. He knows it. He knows it. And you see his personality change. He ain't making no new videos of this new guy. Is he? You change first. You change. Make a video of this new guy, bro. You ain't keeping that same energy. Like, bro, I'm down and I'm still keeping my energy up. Wait, because I believe in myself. Roberto don't believe in himself, bro. The reason why I knew Roberto didn't believe in himself because he fought Toby before me, and me and him were in line next to each other, and he was doing the same thing to Toby. He had an interview. We watched the interview, and I'm like, wow, this guy's talking mad crap. And I'm the one that told the matchmakers and them, this is the kind of guy I need to fight. I was fighting Wilson Hayes that night. Toby was fighting him, and the way he was acting, I'm like, wow, that's the kind of guy I need to fight because Wilson was very nice. I spoke about it like Wilson is cool. So he's the kind of guy you have to like get fired up on your own. But this guy's like talking. And then it came time for the face off and everything. And he's like being super friendly to Toby and everything. I'm like, how can you be super friendly when you were saying all that, bro? And you don't even know the guy. So I'm like, yeah. So when it came time for me to fight him, I knew he was like just trying to sell stuff and do all his little marketing things, you know, the little actor he is.
Yeah. All right, and that must have brought you a little satisfaction when he got choked out there, huh?
I had posted before. It didn't because I feel like it didn't. I can do that to him too. I just wanted to knock him out, and I can choke him out. I can beat this guy up, but you know, Liam had that fourth and fifth round. That's all Liam had over me was the fourth and fifth round. You saw Roberto going into the second with me. That boy was dragging. You saw him going into the third with me. Going to the third, you saw how he looked after that. Imagine if we had a fourth and fifth. He was done. He was done. Even I know that. I already saw him. Yeah, he was done if we had a fourth and a fifth versus me, even in his hometown. That's why he knows not to fight me. You know, he doesn't fight me because he felt me, bro. Like, it's not something that his manager or his coaches or anyone could call. He felt me, and he's like, no, stay away from Trev. That's like a L waiting.
Yeah. And
So
then,
it's
so what
understandable.
got you guys going back and forth this time around again? Because it's been like a month or so
Nothing.
removed from the fight. I hop on Instagram and you guys are both going at it on your stories and shit like that. So
Well, we
no
go
more
at it every.
friendliness from Roberto.
Oh no, bro. He's cool. He's very nice. He knows the dog I am. He's nice to me. He's nice because he doesn't want to fight. It's not nice like that. He just, you could just read the respect over the way he's talking. It's not like la 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 like the way I'm coming at him. But I'm coming at him cool too. I already dropped it. We talk about him. I tag him in some funny stuff. Like the guy likes rock climbing, so I'll see like some rock climbing stuff and I'll tag him because I'm like, this is your job. Or like I'll see some rock climbing stuff for kids and I tag them like, hey, this reminds me of Roberto and his kids. Like and it's real. It's nice. He'll be like, thanks, bro. He'll be like, nice. I like this. Or it'll be something cool. Or he'll be like, us. Just very simple things like that. And then it'll be like, cool, cool, cool. He's watching all my stories and everything. And then I'll hit him with the, what's up, Roberto? Like 5 days later, like, what's up? You still scared? I'll just freak him out on his energy, just playing with him, just having fun, bro. So I do stupid, like, what's up, Roberto? You ready for me today? I got sparring today, bro. You ready? What's up? What's up, Roberto?
Because you
After
know
this,
he's
I'll
gonna
come back.
watch it.
Yeah, he's always gonna watch it, bro. So I'll just mess with him, bro. While he came off that loss, while and everything, because he was like telling me I had a long plane ride home when I lost to him. But I'm like, how was that long plane ride home from where you for that belt? Because I might have lost the number one contender fight or whatever. But bro, they didn't even want to announce if it was the fucking number one contender fight, bro. Before that, like, come on, bro. And then he wins it, he goes and fight for the belt, bro. Like, I'm a little mad, bro. I don't want to even get into it about it, but like,
The fight you were supposed to
man,
have.
when you go, no,
Which one are you
no,
talking
the
about?
Roberto fight. When I fought Roberto, that was for the number one contender, right?
Oh,
Because he
but they
went on
didn't
to fight
say
for the
it
title.
was.
They didn't say it, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't want to say it because what if I won? I probably would have never got it like that. So that's how I feel. Like I feel like when you're a
Well, that's
UFC
how you know
fighter, bro,
you're a big name in the organization.
yeah, but I know these guys are gonna try and like I know a lot of these guys when you come from the UFC, they're gonna try and fucking use your name too, like to promote one of their guys like Roberto that's already been fighting for them and make it seem like he's better than me when he's not. And that's the thing I'm pissed off about Cage Warriors. Don't try and make it seem like this guy's better than me. Like I'm calling this guy out on a day-to-day basis. Put this guy in front of me right now and I'll show you who's better. You guys got the power. You guys are trying to like dodge the real fight to protect him or whatever. You guys think he won that fight? Come on. You guys been reffing and putting together fights on fights on fights. You guys know who won that fight. You guys know how razor thin that fight was. Run that fight back, and they're not showing me any love like that, so I'm upset with them too. You're not showing me no love back, bro. I freaking flew all the way over there to fight for your organization. I said nothing but good things for you guys, and you guys didn't show me nothing. I showed everything. I gave everything. I didn't have to go to fight Roberto. What he give to me? Wilson was great. Wilson was a former UFC title. He had more credentials than me. But Roberto didn't have nothing, and he's won like talking like I don't gotta fight you again, bro. What are you saying? What are you saying, bro? Don't look at my losses because I was beating you up in there. You didn't even hit me in the face, bro. Like I went to the club looking like I can get like 12 girls after that, bro. They couldn't even tell. They were like, "You got in a fight tonight?" I'm like, "I did. I did."
Was there any back behind the scenes of you guys even talking about a rematch, or did Cage Wars even approach you about that at
I
all,
know.
or no?
I no. I think I made my manager ask for a rematch right away. So what happens is let me break this out real quick. So we're supposed to appeal the fight, right? We're supposed to appeal the fight when it first happened, right? We're supposed to appeal the fight. It was Christmas. We didn't know that you have to appeal the fight right away. So we waited like a week or whatever, and we're gonna appeal the fight. And they're telling us we cannot appeal the fight and everything, right? I'm mad about that, right? And then in the back, right when the fight ended, I'm already talking like, hey, I'm already telling the commission everything, like I want to appeal this fight. Set it up, contact me. I want to get an appeal. I beat this guy. And Roberto's sitting right next to me at the medical booth. I'm like, bro, I whipped you. Like I'm telling him, I'm screaming like Cage Warriors and commission, like I'm gonna hold your check because I'm going crazy in the back. And I'm telling Roberto, bro, I whipped you, and he's not even saying nothing. His coach Joe Daddy's like, I don't know, bro. He's crying. Like, Trev, man, calm down. I'm sorry. Like, bro, it was the most weirdest situation. Like, and then after that, what made me mad is like he's like, yeah, I saw Trev in the back, and Trev was stuck in his tail, bro. I was screaming in this guy's face, and this guy was like this. I swear, the whole time he was so scared of me. Roberto, you were so scared of me in the back the whole time after the fight, bro. And then I was mad at you, bro. Not even about the win, but you went online after like Trev and his team tucked his tail. That is crazy, Roberto, because you had the balls to say a line like that. And let me let you know now, that's the number one reason why I want to fight you. It's not because you beat me, not because anything, because you tried to call me and my team scared of you when you were like a little puppy and you said nothing to me when I was screaming in your face. And then you got the win and you're trying to use like, oh, I already beat you to cover up your scaredness of me. Like I already beat you, Trev, and you try and just keep running with your I already got a win over you. I don't need to fight you again like that. Yes, that's all you can hide behind, Roberto. But really, I was in your face in the fight and after the fight. And then I only calmed down because they were gonna take my check. Am I lying? Okay.
Wow. That's kind of, so you think basically he was riding on that high and maybe he just got a little out of pocket and he just flat out tried to what do you call it? Like he tried to pile on more on you and
Yeah, that's
he
what he
just told
did.
a flat out lie.
He did tell a flat out lie, bro. He lied to the max, bro. Like he just told a flat out lie, bro,
And he's
for
got to know
clout.
that, right? Because you're telling
He does know
you
it.
telling the truth.
He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. I'm telling him right now to his face. Roberto, I'm telling you right now to your face. You know it.
So
Only time I was cool with
that's
you.
why you want that
Only
fight
time I
back.
was. Only time I'm cool with you is because. Only time I was cool with you is like 2 hours after the fight, not right after, Roberto. When we got all crazy, 2 hours after the fight, after they had gave me my check, we had showered upstairs. We came downstairs. We were about to both get in our car. We saw each other outside by the fire thing, and then I said, "You know what, bro? Good fight." That was the only thing. Now, if you're trying to say that was stuck in your tail when we already calmed down, I was already dressed up. I was already on my way out. I had already said, "Fuck it." I hit the rock on you. That's all I did, bro. That is not tucking my tail. You tucked your tail because I was screaming in your face. I was. And I was screaming in everybody's face because I was that fired up. So, and I'm not here to brag about me screaming in nobody's face. I wish I didn't do that, but I was doing that because I was that mad about the robbery. So, yeah, Roberto. You know,
Do you want to fight him again at this point, or are you think because you're also like you said, you got to be careful about who you fight because you got a name. You don't want everyone to build a name off you in a way. So like you already fought him, maybe you can rematch him after you know win your next fight or something like that, and then that or a title fight. But is that what you're thinking? Like you fight this next guy, and if you get a win, it's
I
either
don't know,
gonna be
man.
Roberto or title.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants to fight me. I don't know if Cody Rhodes want me to fight him. I'm the only one that want to fight him right now, so that's only like 30%. The organization got to come out and make that fight happen, and he has to want that fight happen. So there's still 66% that got to happen. You know, we're only at 33 right now, and that's me wanting to fight him. Without the other
Derek Lewis has
66, we
knocked the
cannot.
guy out, by the way. Yeah, but
Heavy
go on.
beast, baby.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
33%. 33% only can make this fight happen, and I'm at 33%. My 33% is full in the cup. We need his 33%, and we need the
Liam or the
Cage
Cage
Warriors
Warriors.
at 33%. And then we got the fight. We ain't
Okay.
got that 66 right now. So I don't know what's up, man.
So
Did
maybe
I
you
not
know
come?
you take this fight for them, right? Make them happy, and then they'll be happy with you once you get the win, and hopefully you can call for something after that. Is that
Oh
what you're
no,
hoping for?
this fight I was supposed to fight wasn't with them.
Oh, it was with another organization.
Yeah, it was with another organization.
Oh,
Bro, I'm
okay.
5 star, bro. I'm 5 star, bro. We're not gonna sit around and get played with all the way through. We're not gonna sit around and let them. We're 5 star, brother. Like, hey, we had another main event, and then I had to pull out on this main event because my body wasn't healthy enough. But guess what? We're gonna get another main event because that's 5 star. I told you guys I'm always gonna be in a big fight because people do want to make a name off me. People do want to see if they could beat me, and then I got my people that do want to see me win too. So that's all it takes to make a good fight. They know Trev Jones is going to show up and put on a good fight, and that's all that matters.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, all the other organizations will pick you up. Who was it that was going to get you? You can't say probably.
I don't want to say it because I still want to fight him because it was such a good
Ah,
match.
okay.
But he is from Montreal. He does train with Faraz Sahabi, so it was definitely a good matchup for me because he had been on Contender Series. He had, did good things, so his name was still decent. So I respect anyone that has a decent name where they're from, and that's why I wanted this fight in particular. And I do not want to say his name because when I'm healed, maybe he might still need a fight, and I'm just gonna ask for that fight. And I think if I say something now, it might just like throw everything off a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
in a
no
way.
need. No need.
Yeah. Yeah, it might just throw everything off in a way. So I'll just leave that there, and then yeah, hopefully I fight that guy still because I like that matchup. It was a really good matchup. I was working so hard to make that matchup happen next month. But like I said, man, I'm feeling good. I'm moving good. I'm sparring good. But every time I'm done, I'm still very sore. So I have to make sure that's not there.
Yeah. Is it too soon to put a month on when you'd like to return, just to maybe let the organizations know?
Yeah,
Like, what, I
I'm
guess,
looking to
when do you
return.
want to accept a fight to start training or something like that? Or the month do you want to
I
fight?
was already, I was already trying to train now. I want to fight like end of July. The end has to be the end. It has to be the end, or it has to be early August.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's when I want to fight, so I can get one more in at the end of the year, one more in October or something, one more in November. You know, two.
Yeah.
I need two. I need because I didn't get none in this year, bro. So I got to get at least two this year, and then I'll be back on track.
And it could be Cage Warriors
MMA's,
still, even? It could be,
yeah,
possibly.
yeah, it could be. I ain't got nothing against him. If they ain't got
Okay.
nothing against me, I ain't got nothing against Cage Warriors. If they ain't got nothing against me, you saw how many good things I said about Cage Warriors going into there. I had told them like I just went to the MMA awards. They got runner up. Some of their employees didn't even know they got runner up for organization in a year, 2 years ago. And I was telling some of their employees that, and it was the truth. And like, so I was like tuned in. I'm like, yeah, I choose you guys too because I had saw you guys had got runner up at organization of the year. That's the year where City Kickboxing won Gym of the Year. That's that year because I was at the award. I was sitting right next to Izzy and them. So yeah, Cage Warriors got a thing. So when it said Cage Warriors, it was a no brainer. Why not fight for someone that is a small organization, but they got like the top name? That's why I took that. So I respect the Cage Warriors a lot, man. And you know, they came and gave me the Wilson, and they came and gave me the Roberto, who was on 9 fights, and those are two, decent opponents. I don't think Roberto's that good, honestly, but I'll just say he's decent because he had 9 wins in a row, and he don't get nine. I never even had 9 wins in a row, but I also never fought 9 weak guys though in a row. You know,
No, Wilson's
he
a
gets
beast.
to
Didn't he fight for the title at one point, or no?
not and yeah. Wilson fought for the title in the UFC. Yeah,
He did,
Wilson's a
right?
beast.
Yeah.
His only loss, and Wilson's only loss in Cage Warriors is versus me.
Okay.
So Wilson has like he's like 8-0, 8-1 in Cage Warriors or something.
Okay, for sure. All
So
right.
yeah, that's what. So I feel like I'm there, right? I'd be like, if Wilson's gonna be cleaning all these guys out, who gets a title shot first? Me. If I don't get a title shot, I will want to see Wilson get a title shot. I wanted to see Wilson get a title shot. Wilson was the one who deserved that 135 title shot over Roberto. The only problem with Wilson is he lost to me at 135, and he didn't get it. And Roberto came in and cut down to 35 and tried to steal Wilson's slot, one-time shot, which he did. But bro, it wasn't. Man, that was like foul play, bro. That was foul play, bro. That was foul play, bro.
All right.
For
And
real, dude. That
I
was.
think to wrap up the Cage Warriors saga, the last thing I got, and then if there's anything I've missed, then just fill me in. But so aside from this fight at another organization, were you wanting to get a fight booked? Have they called you or anything like that, or like has Cage Warriors offered any fight at all, or were you hoping they would, or how does that go?
Man, I don't know, man. You
Like,
know what?
are
I
you
think.
happy
I
with them
think.
in that case too? As far
No,
as like,
dude. They
are they
should have
offering
reached.
you fights that you need to be offered, or you feel like they're not,
No, no, they're
they're
not.
keeping you in their
They're not.
mind?
They're not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in contact with them at all. My manager does all that. He hasn't said nothing to me, so I don't know. To me, they're just like it is what it is with them, you know. Like I feel my way. I feel my way, they feel their way. I got no hard feelings on them. But if we gotta move on, we gotta move on. If they want me back, we can work something out. I'm not cheap too, man. I know I'm more expensive than some of their fighters and all of that too. There could be different things involved. I don't know. They don't want to pay my price. They ain't got nobody for me to fight. They ain't got nobody for me to fight in California. They ain't got nobody for me to fight. Who am I gonna fight? I already fought their number one 145er and then one number one 135er in California. Like I said, I fought them two straight off the bat. That wasn't
You
the
got to
number
go somewhere
twos.
with a bigger arena than that casino, probably, because
Yeah,
you're
for
worth
real. It's too
more.
small.
Yeah,
Yes, I am. I am. So, um, yeah, I'm worth more. You're right. Gotta go somewhere where they can pull in more bucks.
right.
I'm
That
worth
way they
more.
can
I
justify
caught.
paying you, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said I don't want to say anything bad about them because I don't know what the situation is. It could be financial. It could be no opponent. It could be they don't like me. It could be they can hate me for saying what I'm saying. It could be all kind of shit. But they do have to know that they're backing the same type of fighter in Roberto. He talks his shit too. He
I
talks
doubt
his
it's the
shit
shit talk. I
too.
bet you that's probably exactly what you're saying. I'm sure it has to do with money. You know, they might be finding something. Plus, you were injured or something, so I don't know if your manager said anything, but they're
Well, when
probably
I was
trying
injured,
to
they
find
didn't.
a venue for you.
Well, when I was injured, they didn't know that because I was trying to press the Roberto fight still. I
Oh,
probably would have
you're
fought
still low
that.
key pressing for that.
I would have fucking, bro, I would have still probably fought him injured, bro. I'm telling you, that's how I felt.
Oh, so they don't even know about the injury, so they kind of should have offered you some
Oh,
type
they,
of
oh,
fight.
they, oh, they have to know now because they
They
follow,
know,
they have to know now because they follow me and then I did post and going to Philippines and all that. So
right? But
yeah, they
leading up
have
to
to
it,
know.
they didn't know other than social media.
Oh yeah, when I was still barking to him, like doing New Year's and all that for the rematch and all that, when he already got booked against Get him and all that, they didn't know nothing. They didn't know nothing because I wasn't even hurt that time. I wasn't hurt severely at that time. I already had this injury, but I made it worse when I grappled in January 19th. I remember the date. So January 19th, I made it worse. I already had this injury and I just kept going, kept going, kept going, and I just blew it out of proportion. I went to another gym. I went to Altos and I rode with a lot of guys over there. And then just when I got home the next morning, I was just sore and swollen because I didn't stretch good. Got there kind of late, straight on the mat to rolling. So yeah, that's competitive roles.
Okay. And so before I ask you like the last couple of questions that I have, everything off your chest about Roberto or anything about you guys' recent argument and shit like that, you wanna
Nah, Roberto's my number one fan, bro. He's not. I know he. I motivate Roberto. Like I honestly like. There's no way you're not gonna get on my page sometimes and be like, hey, you could. I'm not talking about the loser shit that you might not like about me. I'm like talk about the way I stay positive and stay motivated and keep going. Don't tell me Roberto's not learning from me right now. I got more losses than anybody, bro. That guy just lost. He's trying to watch me. Like, how does Trevin stay like this? How does Trevin keep going? That guy's learning from me right now. He's like trying to bear energy. Like, how does this guy keep moving forward? He's trying to, I know, I know. Roberto's learning from me right now. That's my number one viewer because he wants to know. He wants to know. And then he also sees me now. He got a more deeper look on me now. So he gets to see my technique and how I spar and how I hit. So now he's like never taking that fight.
Hey, what did you think though about those postcards? That was pretty fucking disrespectful, huh? You must be like this motherfucker, this mother.
How can you make something like that but not want to fight though? So there's no
You
disrespect.
guys got to get the fight going.
I know he's bro. You're gonna make something like that and you're not gonna want to fight, bro. You're a sellout.
Let's not forget about I almost forgot about the postcards. Yeah, he was all up on social media posting that. That was bad. That was bad. Credit to him
Yeah,
for his roast, but
yeah, credit to him for his roast, but I'm so, I'm so game and I'm so big of a win for him. I made his living room, bro. I'm in his living room now.
yeah. Well, it's
You
it's
got a
not
picture?
often that you do that to the guy that you beat, right? You don't see that too
Yeah,
often. So you were
yeah. He
still in his
knows.
head. You were still in his head a little bit.
Yeah, he says I'm not, but he's like, hey, I beat Trevin Jones. I beat Trev 5-star Jones. Let me put a picture of this in my house so everybody can see. That's what you did, Roberto. And I'm like, yes, everybody know me. That's how I feel. The Robert, the Hernandezes know me.
All right, and then
Hello, Hernandez.
just to wrap it up, couple fun ones that I had. Um, so the Ariel Helwani and Joaquin Buckley, you had commented saying like we kind of see what's up. Do you not?
Ooh,
I'll ask you straight up, right? You don't think Ariel fucks with like the black fighters a little bit, or what do you think? There's a deal with that?
Ariel fucks with everybody.
He's a slime.
Ariel,
He's a
that's
little
his job.
slimy. I try to be
That's his
careful.
job.
He's a little
That's his job.
slimy.
Ariel's job is to fuck with you. See what Ariel does is that MMA fighters gotta get. It's Ariel's like he knows how to do the boxing shit. He knows how to do the Ellie. The Ellie. You see, Ellie, he does his own Ellie in a different way. And he knows how to like try and make you fuck yourself for his platform to do better in a way. And it's not that it's up to you to say it. It's not Ariel's fault. It's up to you to cross the line for yourself. But his job is to try and get it out. So Ariel's always gonna try and get You know, he's always gonna try and get it out, and he does it. He does it to everybody. So yeah, he will try and make you throw yourself under the bus if you're dumb enough. Throw yourself under the bus if you're dumb enough, and then boom, he got what he wanted. So yes, Ariel does know. I won't even call it the black guys or nothing like that. I will call it just the reason why I said it because people think okay. I get what you're saying now.
Because you
I put
said
it
he
that
thinks
way
we're
because
dumb, right? Something like that.
yes, I put it that way because people think black people are all ghetto and dumb because we talked about how Buckley keeps it hood. So when you're gonna have a hood guy like that, you're gonna think he's not as educated. Believe me, you're gonna think he's not as educated because the way he carries himself and act. So you're gonna try and push your limits and ask questions and see if he can slip. So that I felt like exactly what you're saying. That's what he's doing. He had a guy that he felt not as educated. Maybe he can get it out of him. But when I said that because Buckley caught him, he said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Buckley knew. Hey, I'm not gonna do that. Buckley knew. Buckley coordinated himself perfectly and answered the question right. So that's why I came in and gave Buckley credit as a brother. It had nothing to do with Ariel uh, hitting black guys, or it had nothing to do with black guys in general. I was just seeing another black guy make a smart decision and be smart. So I'm like, my brother was smart. That's all I was doing. It had nothing to do with racism or nothing. I was just patting my other black brother on the back
Right.
for being smart and
Giving
answering
him
the
credit.
question. Yes, giving the black man credit for not being dumb enough and falling for the question. That's what I
Yeah.
was doing.
Ariel also, like to your point a little bit, he did sneak in some sly stuff that one would think if you throw race out the window, right? He threw in some sly stuff that would be like, maybe you don't think of Joaquin as the smartest guy if you think you can get that by him, because he said something to him along the lines of like, well, Joaquin was basically calling him out for previous stuff about pitting fighters against the UFC, and then Ariel's like, I don't know if it's like my brain damage if I've been hitting the head too much or what, and then Joaquin's the fighter, so he's kind of saying like, is it me who's been hitting the head, or maybe you've been hitting the head too much, Joaquin, that you're
Yeah,
mixing up a story here. And so
yeah,
that was one of them. People caught on to that. They're like saying, oh, Ariel's pretty shady for that, saying like Joaquin has CTE and making a sneak diss. So I see what you're
yeah.
saying, where like he does question the intelligence, so you might as well give him props, bro. Somebody's got to, right?
That's what I did. Yep, exactly. So some people you say something and people take it out of proportion, but what has Mayweather said? One of the favorite things that I like what Mayweather said, he says, "I'm not the sharpest knife in a drawer, but I'm still in a drawer." That's one of my favorite quotes, and that goes for everything, man. Sometimes I write something or say something, and it's not understandable for everyone, and I don't want it to be, and I don't mean it to be. I write slang like that on purpose. I always want to talk slang because I don't want everyone to understand. Sometimes, man, everything's not meant for everyone to understand. I'm telling you right now, not a lot of people can understand you. You can say the right thing. I've said the right thing so many times that people will understand me, and then I can have someone else say the same thing I said, and people can understand them. So everyone just don't understand you, man. Everyone just don't want to understand you. That's all it is. People want to understand who they want. That's how social media is. So
Sometimes
you
it
just
depends
gotta
how they view you going into it too, if they're willing to
exactly,
listen and shit like
exactly,
that. Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, you're not, you just gotta know where you when you get your chips. Like you gotta know when it's how do I say this? You gotta know when it's like you gotta know when to pull in and pull out on things in your life only. Like you gotta know when it's they're being sneaky, they're not being sneaky. It's up to you, man. Everyone has a different outlook on everything. It's up to you to notice these kind of things. And people get away with a lot. If they can keep getting away with stuff, they're gonna keep getting away with it. If they can keep ripping you off, they're gonna keep ripping you off. I'm telling you. You think they're gonna rip you off 10 times and say, "Oh, after the 10th time, I'm not gonna rip them off the 11th." They're not. They're gonna keep, same way if someone treats you bad, they're gonna keep treating you bad. Until you put your foot down. It's the same thing.
Yeah. That's why I think definitely Buckley shouldn't end up going back on Ariel's show, and fighters who kind of don't you guys don't got to use Ariel for clout. You guys got all the clout anyway. That's what I
That
always
is why
say.
they're there, though. That is why they're there.
That's
That
why
is
they're
why they're
there, of
there.
course. But it's like,
That is
dude,
why
you
they're
guys have
there.
all the clout. You guys have the clout.
I
It's not
can't
Ariel.
lie. I can't lie. Like if he called me up there, like yeah, who wouldn't want to go, right? So yeah, I can see what you're saying. It is the cloud that'll get you there. It's the viewers, and then after that you're gonna get the followers, and after that the followers is gonna be able to help you make money, sell merchandise, sell products. So I think that's what people underestimate the followers. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, the followers are all that," or it's not all that. Yeah, having followers is not important if you're not gonna do nothing with them. But if you got followers, like if you're Conor McGregor and you gotta go sell your own Conor McGregor shirt, and you got all those million followers, man, you could be selling 100. You could be selling 10,000 $25 shirts every month. You know, a different style, and you could be bringing in major income. You know, major income. You know, McGregor for sure can sell 10,000 t-shirts, especially if he was to focus on making nice design McGregor style shirts. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's why anything he does, you know, he's gonna make money because to his backing, his following. So people will want to go in there and embarrass themselves and take a step back to take a step forward. So I think it's like what you said. It's more like what they're gonna get from Ariel. So they're willing to take whatever he's gonna do to them or say to them, because getting on his show is just like a dream come true, I guess.
Yeah, and he's the only one. So that's why I think he gets away with what I'm saying is like, for example, you can go on there, he's never disrespected you. But like for the people, I know that he's disrespected people and they continue to come on. And for that, I don't like it because it's like he kind of takes advantage of that because he's the only guy. But I'm gonna give a shout out because there are new platforms coming up, including this one, right? This one's gonna get bigger and bigger. But another good one is Jackson. That's a fighter friendly one. And I just fuck with the ones that are fighter friendly and like actually fuck with the sport, you know? Just to be straight up, I used to like Ariel a lot, but I don't really see his passion for the sport, you know, in the sense that I see myself or the Jackson podcast.
So the reason why Ariel gets to act like that now because he had his falling out with Dana White, where he got treated like, So now he feel like, oh, I went through that. Now I made it back up here. Now I'm gonna stick my chest out. I think it's kind of like that too. Like, you know, Ariel's independent. He worked his way so hard too, and this is all respect to Ariel too, man. I have nothing against Ariel. You know, he's great at what he does too. He is a little, you know, he does like to poke a lot. That's what you take him out. He's a poker, but his job is to poke, I think. I've had a problem when he was talking about Robert Drysdale with the Max Roscoff fight when Max kind of quit in that round, and then Robert Drysdale was trying to still make him fight, and then they blew it out of proportion that Robert Drysdale was a bad coach, and I don't know if Robert got suspended for still trying to make his fighter fight or what. Man, any coach is gonna still make their fighter fight when it's a fight and there's money on the line and things like that. And we've been in the gym losing rounds and we got pushed, so it was normal. And Ariel was kind of like saying that Ryan Drysdale was not doing the right thing because his fighter didn't want to be in there, and I'm just like, I kind of went off that time too. So
the thing that I try to do though is like, and maybe this is where me and Ariel are different. This is why I might have issues, but it's like for me, but this is why he should be that way too. It's like instead of giving a take sometimes, why not just reach out to the guy and talk to him about it and just let it be what it's going to be instead of inserting your opinion to condemn him. You know, it's like just have him on your podcast and be like, hey, why did you want to do that? Like, I kind of thought that it was hard to see, but like, why did you do that? And just let it be what it's going to be. Because what you say, Ariel, means nothing. Your thoughts, you're not even a fighter. Like, let the coach explain it, who has the relationship with the fighter, and let it be what it's going to be. Let the people judge that. Sometimes I think people want to give their opinion when their opinion, it's like, just get it from the source. You're a big enough name.
Right.
I'm the one who should be trying to get some clout, making a little video talking shit. Ariel could just hit this guy up and he'd gladly come on his podcast.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
Even with guys who have like these cases open and stuff and they want to condemn them before they're closed, like, it's like, just kind of have them on and ask them about it. And if the people don't fuck with them, the people won't fuck with them anyway. You don't have to make people think a certain way. But sometimes he tries to shape the narrative, which is kind of, I let it be what it's going to be.
Yeah, for sure. You have to, man. You have to everything be organic, right? So, yeah. Ariel does, you know, he's Ariel. Like I said, he went through his phase with the UFC already. So now he's kind of like, you know, a little bit more bold.
Fair enough. He's earned his spot. So I respect him at the end of the day. He motivated me to start a podcast. So just give him a hard time, I guess you could say.
Yeah, your shit's fire too. You're gonna be there, bro. You're getting all the people up there.
Appreciate it, bro. All right. I got and I'm doing the real fighters. That's why I got guys like you on, you know, Buckley, the real fighters, the ones people really fuck with, not
the real fighters.
And I don't even mean to disrespect because I always mention him, but not like your Joe Pifers and shit like that, you know. Like, he's a good guy, I respect, but the ones that like real fight fans fuck with, you know. So anyway, I wanted to just say these two last things, which is Ryan Garcia, that drug test. What you think? What you think? Because that's a tough one. I'm not even gonna give my opinion because I just but what you think? Because
I don't know,
you
man.
got the doctor, right? You see these things like that guy Victor Conte. He was like the Barry Bonds steroid scandal and shit like that, and he's the guy who works for Devin Haney. And then I don't know if you know these things, so I'll just refresh you. Like Garcia popped for this thing called Norse syndrome or something, and then when they reevaluated that piss test, it didn't pop the second time. So now all he's popped for is Osterin, which is the fat burner.
Yes.
Any thoughts? Yeah.
Man,
and on the 22nd, they reveal the B sample. So in 11 days, they'll reveal the B sample, which will fully dictate if he did have Osterin in his system.
Yeah, man, I went through that little B sample shit, man, with the fucking... Man, he's fighting against... Who's he fighting against? Nevada?
Vada, in New York. And the woman just stepped down. The executive director of the commission just stepped down before they start this B sample review.
See, like someone like Ryan Garcia and these guys, they got the type of money to win these cases. They got the type of backing. Like when you're in the UFC and you got your first debut like me, and then you tell them that you smoked weed, and then they still make you fight, and then you knock the guy out, and then they say they're gonna take your win away. Then 3 weeks later, you're getting news that it's a no contest when you told them that you smoked weed that morning, right? And then you're like, hey, let me get a lawyer and I'm gonna fight this. And then you're like, oh, this lawyer's gonna be $30,000 to even fight a $30,000 check win. So it's not even that smart. And then on top of that, if you lose, you might be paying your lawyers off, and they might be still penalizing your check. So just by fighting it, you might be in a deficit. You might have won $30,000, but you might go in the hole $8,000. It might cost $80,000 to lose, because you don't know what you're going against. So it's like you don't even have the right to challenge it. So when it came to me, I was just like, I wanted to fight it, but I'm just like, I'm not even gonna fight it, bro, because the way you guys are giving me the battle, it's like you guys are saying
literally
like,
can't.
Yeah, you guys are saying like I can't win it. Like, so I'm just like, go ahead and take that win, bro. The world saw what happened.
The weed is a robbery, though. That weed shit.
For real.
They don't do that anymore.
Bro, dude, they changed it because of me. I got that change. I was the last one that had made that happen. I complained so much and everything. And then I specifically told him that I smoke weed, bro. I told him when I got the call, and they said, go, they let me fight. Man, how you gonna let a guy
that shit was supposed to be done like with Nate Diaz, no? Like
how you gonna let a guy fight and not to win, bro? That's crazy. Like that, and then the UFC's like, and I didn't get in trouble with the UFC at all. The UFC's like, nah, you don't got a problem with us. That's why you're able to fight, because you did not violate nothing. Here's your $50,000. They paid me all my money and everything.
Oh, the commission. The commission only, thieves, bro. I'm telling you.
The commission only. So the UFC was like, bro, you told us like you're good. You did not violate nothing. Here's your money. I got paid my full. I did not. But the commission was like, nah, we don't care if you only took the fight in 2 days' notice. You shouldn't have been taking the fight then. I'm like, what?
All right, last one is I saw you commented on one of the other posts. I always see your comments, so I love when you comment and shit, and I always pay attention. But Sean O'Malley, that sparring, apparently, because I was like, wait, I was trying to piece it together, and like later on in the day, it finally clicked. But because you said yo-yo, and then somebody else commented like yo-yo drill, so I like Google it. I'm like yo-yo drill, and I'm like, wait, no. So I know what happened. You fought Mario. His cornermen were yelling yo-yo drill. That's a command to do something. And then
yes,
in that sparring that Sean posted, I heard them yell yo-yo drill. So what is the read that they do, and what's that move? What's Sean O'Malley's yo-yo drill? Because he just revealed something.
Yeah, so the pull two, the yo-yo is the one he caught Aljamain Sterling with, the pull two. That's yo-yo.
That's the yo-yo.
So I think when he was saying yo-yo to in the cage, Pantoja's thinking pull two, and he hit him with the body kick. So I'm saying it was like kind of, it was confusing because he's hearing yo-yo. And if you're in there and you're seeing a yo-yo, I think I know what the yo-yo is. By fighting Mario Bautista, the yo-yo has to be the pull two. And that's the same thing. Mario was trying to pull two me. I hit him with the lunging uppercut. That was the yo-yo. He was trying to hit the pull two. You can see the video good. And then I go back into detail. I go into the corner and I can hear the coach. Here we go. In the corner, you got to watch not only the fight, you got to watch the corner too. The corner's like, Mario, the yo-yo's open. Mario, the yo-yo's open. The yo-yo, I see what Mario kept trying to do. He kept trying to put pressure and stop so I can attack and then pull two. The yo-yo got to be the pull two. I'm telling you, they know I'm right. The yo-yo's the pull two.
And then for
It's
the
the
people,
pull
because
two.
I'm still trying to piece it together, how did the body kick come into play in that video with the
No,
pull
I'm just
two?
saying, like, what I'm saying is they're saying yo-yo, right? So
Right.
so Pantoja's thinking pull two.
Oh, he's
So if
thinking
I
it.
say he's thinking pull two, but the kick comes right under bang and it just,
I
snuck
see.
him.
I see.
Yes. So
Okay.
the yo-yo, he's thinking up top, but it ain't coming up top. And he threw the kick, bang, right under the yo-yo.
That's Sean's favorite is the pull two.
Yes,
He always hits
the
that.
yo-yo,
Yeah, the
the
yo-yo.
yo-yo. Ah,
Everybody
Sean,
knows
get
now.
it?
Everybody knows.
Yeah, it got exposed now. I
That shit
said
got
too much,
exposed.
Sean.
There's one other person, one other fan. They commented yo-yo drill. So only you and one other person. That's a smart fan who commented that.
Yeah, he's been there. They know. They know. I heard it. I've been studying. I watched the Mario fight and I watched all his fights. The yo-yo. The
They
yo-yo
drill it
has
because
to be the
somebody
pull
commented
too.
yo-yo drill.
Hey, hey, they gotta change that now
They
because I
gotta change
wrote
the
it
name
there.
of it.
They're gonna be like, Trev fucking knew that. That's crazy.
For
Yeah,
sure,
bro.
for sure. Hey man, I appreciate the time. We'll get this all out there. So hopefully you get a fight at the end of July or
Yes,
August.
sir. Appreciate you for getting me on, my guy.
Got you, bro. Anytime, man. I'll talk to you later.
Talk soon.